Hey, what's up, everybody? Tonight I'm going to make a video on being a veteran in college. I just finished my first year of full-time college at Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Have had an awesome time. I've done really well. Now, biggest thing about going to college as a veteran is picking the places right for you. Not what everybody says is right for you. Do your research. Do you want to go to a four-year university? Do you want to go to a two-year community college and get your associate's degree or start there and transfer or get a trade skill which are sorely needed in the job force? There's nothing wrong with any of those. The problem is that a lot of veterans, due to media and all that stuff like that, might be hesitant to go to college, especially a four-year university. We see on the news all the time, that these incredibly liberal students are challenging free speech, they're becoming violent, and they're backed up by the professors. To most of your surprises, this is a very small minority on campus. I have barely seen them on mine. I go to a liberal arts school. I major in business administration and healthcare management. If you are going to run into these people, though, the worst thing you can do is just feed into their stereotypes. The angry, aggressive, foul-mouthed, screaming veteran. Most of these people are trolls. Don't feed them. If you do run into them, use logic and reason. That wins every time. Because most of their arguments are fed to them by some of the professors who have never actually worked in the field. They went from their bachelor's degree to their master's degree to their PhD. They really don't know what they're talking about. When you start using, logic, facts, and reason with that, it kind of shuts them down really quick. And you've won that little argument when they start, using rapid buzzwords such as, bigot, racist, feminine, fascist, and all that stuff. Additionally, with that, if you can, stay away from it. Okay? You really don't want to get involved with that. Your job is to focus on your studies. Don't let it get to you. And you certainly don't want to get the attention of, campus police or local law enforcement because you assaulted one of these people. That will get you in a lot of trouble. All right. A big thing with a lot of veterans is they are scared of university, especially four-year college or even community college. The reason that is because, especially me in high school, I wasn't the best student, and a lot of veterans, servicemen weren't the best students in high school. It doesn't mean they're dumb or they're, didn't care. It might just be at the time you weren't growing up to, care enough, or you didn't really see the point, or you had a real hard time in life. Maybe you had a few learning disabilities that you kind of overcome. The truth is, going to college is not that hard. Okay, it is challenging. You will be challenged. Your professors, for the most part, do expect a lot out of you. Take what you learned in the military, that discipline, that, got to get this done, if I got to, be tired, and get it done. Turn in your assignments, because this isn't high school where they drag you to the finish line. They will give you an F and not think twice about it. You're going to have to take classes you don't want to, okay? Whether it be an art class or something like that, you've got to make up some electives. You, as a veteran, are in a unique position. You probably took some college credits while you're in the military. That's what I did. You can transfer. You get a lot of those basics out of the way. Second good part of that is that you probably take away some of that fear about going to a college class. There's a lot of skits out there and news outlets that make like college classes seem like they are so incredibly hard. And if you're not some brainiac whiz kid, you're just going to fail out. And that's what was forced down my throat, especially in high school, and a lot of people's throats. It's all a lie. Your professors, if you show interest in that class and you show that you're giving effort, unlike a lot of other college kids who are sitting on their phone, chatting in class, all that stuff, take notes, ask a lot of questions, participate in class. Class participation counts towards your final grade. I take full advantage of that. Your professors will help you out. They have office hours. They have tutoring on campus. They will get you through it. And if you show interest and effort, you'll get through it a lot easier. Example, I took what's called creative writing. and it was taught by a very skilled English professor who was very into mechanical grammar and things like that. I didn't do so well at first. I was start interim grades where I had a D minus and it scared me. But I didn't let that really get me down. I worked with a professor. I went to the writing center. I got some tutoring, and I ended up with that class with a B. So that's really good. All right. So don't let the first shock of that class get you down. Just keep going through it. Also, if you're a veteran, don't feed into the negative stereotypes. Don't show up to class drunk. Don't start yelling at some 18-year-old kid who has no clue what they're talking about, calling them libtard or snowflake or something like that. One, that makes you look really bad in front of the professor for the class. No one thinks you're being this tough macho person. They think you're being a jackass. Secondly, it feeds into those negative stereotypes. Let's talk about the stereotypes. All right, a lot of these college campuses, they do think that every veteran has PTSD and that we're powder keg ready to blow. Now we all know that's not true. But if you start going off on the 18-year-old NEFA member who's just baiting you, you're going to feed in that stereotype. You as a veteran need to be a representative of your veteran association, being a veteran, the veteran community, and ultimately yourself. If you put your time and effort into it, you will probably do better than 90% of the other class. For me, I was kind of scared to go to college full time. I was like, wow, I've never done full time, only part time, and this is a full-fledged university. Turns out I a lot of times just sat in front of the class, took notes, asked a lot of questions, went to tutoring, and I did very well my first year. I have a 3.0 GPA. That's coming out of high school. I graduated with a 1.8. High school is a whole other story. Okay. That is your job as a veteran to succeed in college, and you will. When you get on campus, link up with the veteran, whatever student veteran association, club, or whatever. Link up with them. They're going to be there to support you. I'm in the Veterans Lounge right now. Just came from the gym. It was awesome. Speaking of the gym, stay in shape. Physical, mental health, and academics go together. Stay healthy, eat right, and you will do a lot better in class. Cool thing about college that a lot of people know, you can actually pick your class time for the most part. I'm not a morning person. All right, it's one of my biggest problems in the military. I hated waking up really early to go to PT. My class I choose to start at 11 o'clock in the morning, so I can sleep in kind of late, wake up, have a cup of coffee, decent breakfast, and go to class. I did have a history class last semester, which I made an A in, that started at 8 a.m., and that was kind of a drag. Don't overload yourself at first. When you first start full-time college, I said, all right, I'm going to take a full course load that's recognized by my GMO, which meant 4 classes. It's all I was going to take. I was just going to do those 4 classes and see how it went. It went pretty well. Some classes like microeconomics were a little more challenging, but I got through and actually learned a lot. Most of your college professors, and especially the business and science part of your university, know what they're talking about. They have been in the field. They have been in that business. They are bringing years of experience. Listen to them. I can't really speak on that from maybe the gender studies or art department or liberal arts department. They might have gone from bachelor's to master's to PhD, and that's their whole life. So, also, do not overload yourself. If you're thinking, I'm just going to do 6 classes so I can get those out of the way, you might overwhelm yourself. You might, you'll get through it, but you're going to, end up staying late, working on reports, everything like that. So don't overload yourself. With that being said, you're going to have a lot of free time. In high school where you start at 7:30 in the morning and you get done to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you have a 15-minute break in between classes. You might have one class all day and the rest of the day to, study, do whatever you want, go to the gym. You're going to have, 2-3 hour breaks in between classes. Use that time to get your assignments done, but also relax. Go to the student lounge and play Xbox or something like that. Things to do on campus. Go to the gym. Get involved in, some intramural athletics. If you want to see if you can walk into, one of the sports teams. Get yourself some extra, college money or whatever. Just if you like athletics, do it. Get involved. Be an ambassador for as a veteran to represent yourself positively. Get involved in things. Get an organization. It's a lot of fun. It's also really good networking. I know at the business school that I go to, they have CEOs from hospitals, big business come and talk all the time, and they say, "Hey, show up. Listen to them. Drop your name. Talk to them for a few minutes. Ask for advice." That's all good networking. Cost of school. All right. So your GI Bill pretty much covers your tuition, and it gives you a stipend for your rent and a couple other bills. It also gives you a book stipend. Okay, that's $500 every semester. It's $1,000 a year. That sounds like a lot until you go to pay for like a biology book or something like that. Before you purchase any book or even rent it, go to the first day of class and honestly ask the professor, is this a book that I truly need to have in this class? They might scoff you a little bit, but it's a good piece to know because a college book can cost upwards of $300 or more for one subject. It's only your science books, mathematics books are a little more expensive. A little piece of advice, go to bookrunner.com or check. You can rent a $300 book for that semester that you're never going to use after that semester for like 15, 20 bucks. So make sure you return it or they will charge you the whole fee. One of the biggest things you got to work on is maybe some of the habits you had in the military. Big thing. I and every other veteran, profanity is a second language. Okay? It's a bit frowned upon in college if every other word out of your mouth is fuck. Okay? Think of some other words. Jokes that are really off color. Now, I was in a white infantry battalion, field units. There were some really, off color jokes that could be misconstrued really badly on a college campus. If you make a lot of, quote unquote gay jokes or something like that, be very, very careful. In fact, don't do it because somebody will say something and you will get a good talking to at least and some disciplinary action at most if somebody felt really offended. You really do have to be considerate and kind of, aware of that a lot of college kids today are they're very sensitive. They do get their feelings hurt. They don't like being told they're wrong. And it can be a big shock to them when they come to college and, they fail for the first time. With mentioning failing, take your final exams, show up for them. When the semester ended, I just got done with my last final exam. I was kind of exhausted, went to play some Xbox, a little Call of Duty, relax. There was this kid that was just, kind of down, like, hey, what's up, man? And he not do an exam. He goes, I didn't take any of them. My jaw hit the ground. He's like, oh, I didn't think you had to. I thought it was just if you need to improve your grade or something. At most colleges, your final exam counts for 20% of that grade. That means if you had a 100 in that class, you probably maybe in the high 90s. You just drop that A to a low C. Okay, it can ruin your GPA. That being said, GPA, while a D is passing to continue on or to move on to the next class in your major, you have to have a C. That's a 2.0. If you were falling below that 2.0, first you're going to be placed on academic probation. You're made to go to tutoring. If you continue, it's not like high school where they just pass you by. You will be kicked out of school, and you will probably have to pay a lot of money back to the VA. So, big things are choose a school that's right for you. It could be a trade school, 2-year university. Your attitude. Don't make the stupid jokes and comments and everything like that. Don't snap on people. Don't be a drunk in class. Pay attention. You need to do your work. If you were some ace in high school that didn't have to do homework and really didn't pay attention, college is a lot different. Get involved. Be a positive influence, and really represent yourself well because people are watching you, and people watching you can lead to a job reference, connections, things like that. So I kind of went through this fast, but I hope that helps.